Hey guys, how's it going? I'm actually heading over to Coin-o-matic right now. They're having a convention going on called Spring Forward. So they're going to be trying to sell newer machines that have better technology. So like the platinum I think they're talking about. Platinum, gold, platinum, whatever it is. But it's supposed to be top of the line machines they're going to be trying to sell people on. They got free food, free beer. Obviously, you got to liquor the people up if you want to try to sell anything, right? So, but I'm going to go there. I'm going to record pretty much what's going on so you guys can kind of get a feel of what some of these conventions go like. They usually hold a bigger one later on down the month, but today it's from like 3 to 5 o'clock. So it's supposed to be pretty cool. I'll be able to meet other laundromat owners and get to chit chat with everybody. So I'm going to let you go. So that was actually pretty cool. Coin-o-matic held a convention to sell the new fleet washer and dryers and a new software that they actually just developed that hasn't came out yet. I got to meet some old friends that owns laundromats, Bernard and Louie. Pretty cool guys, actually. We got to chit chat for a long time. But the beer was actually pretty good. The food was actually really good too that they served. The washers. The new washers that they're coming out with, washers and dryers, they're calling it Quantum Platinum. So it's supposed to be the top of the line now that Alliance is actually making. But the Quantum Platinums, the display is pretty much all that really changed on it. It looks like a touch screen, but it's not really a touch screen. So I mean, there's other buttons, but I guess it's just a display. So it looks like a touch screen. Just more shit for people to break, I guess. But everything, I guess it declutters the front of the washers and declutters the front of the dryers. So all the informations of how to use the washer and dryers is up on this display now, which makes it's supposed to be more user-friendly, I guess. The look of it is actually kind of cool, I guess. The cost of it's a lot of money. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to afford it. But for the software, I thought that was pretty cool since I'm developing the accounting software. They developed a software for their machines. So, I mean, they already had one for the Quantum Golds for the network and stuff. The software, you're going to be able to use the Golds and the new Platinums for the software. If your washers and dryers aren't network for the Golds, you can always buy the networking computer, I guess, and it's just a plug and play for your washer and dryer that you hook up. And then it's pretty cool because networking means that all your washers go to this hub. So all the information is sent to this hub device, which is plugged into the Ethernet and goes to the internet. And your information goes up to this cloud that the software sits on, and pretty much from your cell phone or from the computer, you can pull all the data from your washer. So like you can do audits, what your washer's making, what your dryer's making for the day. You got error codes. What's the error codes? What's going on with your washer? I'll actually send you text messages, emails, and stuff like that. They can tweak it any way they want, and they can add more stuff to it, which I thought was pretty cool since it's a cloud-based software. Updates are going to be easier, so you don't have to worry about going to each machine and updating each machine. You can change the prices on your machine just from your cell phone at home. If a customer is having an issue with the washer, it gives them an error code, so like a ER or something, where it's not filling the washer or the washer just stopped. They can give you a call and be like, hey, such and such washer is having issues. And you can just say, oh, okay, yeah, you're right, and you hit a button and it refunds the money right back to them, which I thought was pretty cool. You'll be able to, it's like the card system. They said they're going to have like a kiosk system, which is a touch screen where to put in your information and load up money up to the account. So instead of getting a card, your phone will be your card for the customers. So they can upload money onto their phone or from the kiosk system, and it uploads it to this software. It's almost like the Spider Wash or the card systems out there, but it's all computer based, I guess you can pretty much say. You can set it up so you can put up a screen up in your laundromat, and it'll let the customers know what washers are being used, what washers are not being used. They're pretty much available for the customers. I thought that part was actually pretty cool. It's a lot of things that's changing for us, the technology world. It's cool. It's a lot to talk about, and they only went over it briefly, so they didn't actually go into it like details, but they got to let us they played around with the software while we were there, even though it's not available for the public. There's no price on it yet, so they don't know what the pricing is going to be per month or what it's going to cost to get this implemented for the laundromat owners. But it's coming. It's coming, and I thought that was pretty cool that it's out there, and we got to be the first people to actually see how it's working and stuff before it's actually available to the public. The software is pretty cool. I wish I could have talked to Ben a little bit more. He was the engineer that was talking about the software. I wonder if it'd be pretty cool to partner up with them, have the accounting and their software somehow send data for the profit and loss statements, because obviously their software is telling you what your profits are. They're not going to tell you what you're losing, like what your rent is, what your equipment loan, what your utilities and stuff like that. That's what your accounting software is going to be. They're going to give you data machines, what's wrong with your machines, is it broken, how much profits you're making and stuff like that. So I wonder if there's a way I'm sure there's a way to implement that somehow. But yeah, so now Alliance, which actually does Speed Queen and Hips. They used to do ISPOs, but they discontinued ISPOs. But they do Speed Queen and Hips machines. Is actually crossing over into the software development, which is actually pretty cool. So a huge moneymaker company. But that was pretty much about it for the convention. I mean, other than the free beer, which tastes really good, and the hors d'oeuvres they gave us, the meatballs and the cheese and the little wings was actually really good. They had raffles. They gave away 3 $500 raffles. Discounts on parts. So I actually purchased some parts since I was there, since it's at a discounted rate. I'm going to see if I can actually fix my dryer that I had issues with the bearings on. So that should be interesting. I'll actually record that for you guys. It'll be the first time for me, pretty much taking the front off and pulling the drums out and changing the bearings. And hopefully it doesn't get more complicated than that. It should be interesting. But at least I got the parts at a discounted price. Yeah, here's the parts. So pretty much here's the sprockets for the back, since it's the older dryers, and then pretty much the bearings. These are what the bearings look like. So there's actually 2 bearings that goes in the housing. So that should be pretty interesting. Other than that, I just pulled up to the house. I'm gonna go in and spend time with my family. It is 7 o'clock at night. So you guys have a good one.